Tamarion, after your off season, you had the first play of the game. You get a pass right to you for an interception. What was that moment like for you after being?
It felt real good. Like Coach Martinez said, preparation meets opportunity. And I guess, yeah.
Eric?
Jalin, kind of the same question for you. First play of the season, after your last season, after your off season, kind of how did that feel about the end zone?
Yeah, it feels good. We prepared for this. And just to be out there with my teammates and brothers, man, and the fans, seeing the fans, man, I was excited, man. I was excited.
Jimmy and then Rob.
Tamarion, take us through that play. It was like a reverse, go back to the quarterback. What were you seeing in that when you made that interception?
I saw the quarterback didn't hand the ball off, so I knew he was coming back to his right. So I kind of baited him a little bit. I didn't chase the running back. So stayed off a little bit, get him to throw it. As soon as he threw it, I just broke the ball.
Rob.
Hendon, we all knew about Cedric. He completed passes to a lot of receivers tonight. Jalin, obviously had the touchdown, Walker Merrill's his first touchdown. How was it throwing to that many different guys tonight? How would you evaluate your performance?
It was wonderful. That's kind of my thing. I love to spread the ball around and get the ball in the playmakers' hands. And tonight I got a chance to do that in how many plays.
Adam and Austin after that.
Hendon, so much went well for you guys tonight. Can you critique anything where you look at it and say we've got to be better at certain things? What are those things?
Yeah, just coming out playing clean. We expect to score every possession we're out there. So, just moving efficiently and playing smart football at the end of the day. That's about it, though. Just playing clean.
Austin?
For the two offensive guys, Bruce had that situation where he's had to sit out, and he comes out here and we've got all these fans, and the atmosphere's probably a little different than SC. What did you see in his eyes, the emotions that maybe he had, just being out there and getting to go again?
Really just genuine joy. He had a smile on his face all night. So, just going out there, being at a high level is what he came here to do. And that's what he did tonight.
We'll go David Pascal and then back to Jimmy.
Yeah, this is for any of y'all. There were 8,000 more fans tonight than there were for last year's opener. I think the Georgia and the Ole Miss game were the only bigger crowds. Could y'all sense that, and can y'all kind of comment on the crowd tonight?
We appreciate all the love that the fans bring to the game. It's a whole new element when they're in the stands and throwing the other team's offense off or just heckling their defense. It's always a blessing to have so many great supporters.
Hendon, on your 2 touchdown runs, were those zone reads, and were you sensing that Vol State was focused on the running back?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Just kind of keying into their blitz packages. They were bringing the field backer off the edge in a zero look, and just like a regular zone read, just read them, and nothing but grass.
We'll go Mike, Patrick, and then Wes.
Jalen, how different is it being a wide receiver this year, just in terms of depth and the number of guys that make plays and got opportunities?
Yeah, just being with my teammates as far as receivers wise, and we worked this whole off season, in the summer, and just to go out there and compete, just with my brothers, like I said earlier, man, it's just a blessing. It really is. So I had fun out there. All these guys had fun. It's good to start the season off like this, and we just got to keep going.
Patrick, a couple specific plays for a couple of you guys. Jalin, on the touchdown, you kind of broke that route off short. What did you see on that play, and ended on your third and Walker? You kept your eyes up the whole time, throw on the run, just kind of give me what you saw on that play.
Yeah, I'll go first. It was a cover 3, so I knew he was bailing out. I hooked it, and I knew Hook was going to throw it because just the coverage we got. And we were close to the end zone. It was the first play of the game. In my head, I was just thinking, I got to get in the end zone. That's the first thing that came in my head. So, I'm glad that Hook trusted me, and I'm glad I scored. But we just got to keep going. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, just something that the whole quarterback room works on daily, just pocket movement, just moving when you have to. Walker got grabbed at the top of his route. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to get him to move. The field backer, the flat defender, clamped out my check down. So I got on the move, and then Walker popped open. I just kept my eyes down for the whole time.
Wes?
Jalin, I know you
you talked about how much just different things were for you with the offseason and going into this year. Do you remember a moment when it really started to change for you? I mean, was it late last season, right after last season? When did things really start to turn on for you?
Well, I think everything started changing once I seen the weight on the scale go up. That was for me. That was the biggest thing. I had to gain weight just to be in the SEC. This is a physical conference, and not only that, we had great players here before. Bayless Jones, Javante Payton, just guys as far as those guys, and they led the way. And last year, I was just observing the whole time. And I knew, when the off season comes, I knew what I had to do to prepare for the next season, and we just got to keep going. That's all.
And we'll go to Austin, and David Ubben, then Jimmy.
Jalen, you came in with Jimmy Holiday. To see him get in the end zone tonight, make a big play in the air, what was that like, for a guy that came in your class? And then Tamarion, several guys on that, defensive or even on the offensive side are from Memphis. To see all you guys out there playing, a lot of you grew up playing Pee-wees and stuff against each other. What's that feeling like?
Yeah, with Jimmy Holiday, we all know he's an explosive player. He's fast, big, and just for him, when he scored, we all ran up to him because we've been working the whole off season, and just to see him do what we know what he can do, what he proved to us what he can do, man, it's just that's just what you call brotherhood. Because when he scored, we all was down there, man. We were all celebrating for him. I'm happy for him.
David?
Hendon, when you're assessing your own play outside of like decision making, all that stuff, what numbers are most important? Like, what's the first thing you look at when you're filling out the stat sheet?
Did we win? That's the first thing. The win-loss column is the biggest thing, and that's really the most important thing. Everything else is just an add-on, icing on the cake. But just team camaraderie and like Jay Hyatt said, brotherhood. We pride ourselves in being having the best brotherhood in college football. So that's what it's about. Team.
Team, I got you off.
Answer this question.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, it feels real good having all this from Memphis. We motivate each other, and it even shows the young kids back home that they can make it, like do the same thing we did. So that's why we keep going.
To me, with your interception, the secondary had 2 interceptions and all. I wonder how much confidence you think that gives the defensive backs.
It gives us a lot of confidence. That's what we always been working on this offseason. Go get the ball. Like, just go get it. Like, that's really it. Like, go get it. If it's in the air, it's ours. Like, go get the ball. So,
Okay, time for 3 more, so we'll go Vince, Adam, and then finish with Ryan.
Hendon, you've talked about Joe Milton's improvement besides your relationship. Can you kind of evaluate and talk about how you thought he performed tonight?
Yeah, Joe played awesome. We always talk about it's not going to be a drop off; it's only going to go up. So just continuing to keep his foot on the gas and play smart football. He commanded the offense at a great pace. Thought the tempo was great. Made some great throws and made some great decisions. So it's nothing but hugs and smiles when we come to the sideline.
Jalen, you had all off season to think about how this first game would go. When you visualized this first game, how did you think this would go? Did you think it'd be a 49-point win?
The crazy thing is, teammate, he's my roommate. He's my roommate now. And before the game, just like 2 days before the game, and we're talking. And teammate says out of nowhere watching TV, he's like, "Man, I'm gonna get me a pick." And I'm like, "Yeah, you gonna get one." And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna score first on Thursday. He was like, yeah. And we go out there and do that. It's actually crazy. You think I'm lying, but I'm telling the truth. It's actually crazy. But like I said, man, I'm just glad to be back out there.
Did you tell anybody else about that? Anybody else can verify that?
Kamal was there. I'm trying to think who was. I think that was probably it. Or Jerry was there. Yeah, we said it, but yeah.
All right, last one, we'll go to Ryan.
Tamarion, over here, just what was this night like overall for the defense? I mean, obviously no points allowed in the first half. You had the 3 turnovers, but and you played a lot of guys. But were there some mistakes you saw out there, things you need to clean up, or just overall, what was this like?
It's always mistakes, but as long as we play fast, learn from them, and just play together. So that's all that really matters. We play together. We one sound, we ought to be good.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks everybody.